If you're still using IP-based rate limiting, you're doing it wrong. Your API has finally taken off. Everything looks great until one Monday morning. Customer support starts getting flooded with messages. I'm getting too many requests, but I only refreshed the page twice. You check the logs. That user made only 3 requests. So why were they blocked? All right, here's the interesting part. The simplest version of rate limiting is to use the client's IP address as their identity. Every incoming request reaches your API. You extract its IP, store a counter in something fast like Redis, and reject any request once the counter crosses your limit. It's easy to build, requires no authentication, and works surprisingly well for small applications. This works fine at first. Then your first enterprise customer signs up. 500 employees are sitting in the same office, all connected through one corporate gateway. To your server, they don't look like 500 people. They look like one IP address. One team starts using your application heavily. Suddenly, everyone else in the building starts getting 429 responses, even though they barely touched your API.
Now watch what happens on the other side. An attacker doesn't use one IP. They rent a botnet with 50,000 machines. Each machine sends only 10 requests per minute. Every individual IP stays below your limit, but together they're generating 500,000 requests every minute. Your rate limiter happily lets them through because no single IP looks suspicious. Now things get even trickier. A legitimate user opens your app on Wi-Fi, walks outside, switches to 5G, and their IP changes completely. From your server's perspective, they're suddenly a brand new client with a fresh quota. Then you put your application behind a load balancer or CDN. If you don't correctly read the forwarded client IP, every request appears to come from the proxy itself. Your rate limiter ends up blocking your entire user base because it thinks everyone shares the same address. This is where things get clever. As an engineer, I'd stop treating the IP as the user's identity. IP addresses identify where traffic comes from, not who is sending it.
For public endpoints like login or sign up, IP-based limits are still valuable because you don't know who the user is yet. But once they're authenticated, I'd switch to rate limiting on user ID, API key, tenant ID, or even combine multiple signals like user ID plus endpoint, while keeping IP-based limits as an additional safety net. Without this change, honest users get punished while determined attackers simply rotate IP addresses and keep going. Takeaway? IP-based rate limiting is a good first layer of defense, but a poor long-term identity because networks have IPs, users don't.